Hey, right guys, Truth Munchers Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 1 of the Vampire Diaries season 3. Very excited for this season. I think the ending of season 2 actually did a very good job with his kind of cliffhangers and setting up the third season, like Jeremy seeing Anna and Vicky. I thought was a good way to end the season, and then Damon being cured because of Stefan drinking all that blood and Elijah dying again, which was a bit silly, but no, I really enjoyed the finale, or definitely the last few episodes of season 2. For those who might not know, we didn't do it with season 1, but we're going to be doing it. We didn't do it with the start of season 2, sorry, but we're going to be doing it from season 3 onwards. I did ask on Patreon for I only put it up about 24 hours ago, just for some questions that people might have in regards to my thoughts on season 2 or thoughts on season 3. So we're going to go through those very quickly, and then we are, of course, going to be doing a character tier list based on my thoughts on season 2, and then we'll get into the reaction after that. So if you do want to skip ahead to about the 20-25 minute mark, that's probably around where the reaction starts if you want that. But if you do want my thoughts on characters and season 2/3 as a whole, then stick around. So we'll get through these, like I say, fairly quickly. I don't want to spend too long on them, but AJ asks, what kind of storyline would you like to see for Damon in season 3? I don't think we need like the whole Damon being evil. I think like season 2 it did a good job of like he still touched into that side of him, like going around killing civilians here and there, but you could tell he was trying to talk himself out of it a lot of the time. So I mean, maybe they could get away with doing it depending how they did it, but I don't think we need much more of that with Damon. So I want him to bond with other characters like Bonnie, Caroline, because he's bonded with Elaine, obviously. He's bonded with Stefan. He's bonded with Alaric, which I think more of him and Alaric would be really cool. But bonding more of like Bonnie and the other side characters, I think would cool. In his Damon way, obviously. He doesn't need to go for brunch with them and talk about feelings and stuff. But to have more scenes with those characters, I think would be really cool. Erin asks, are there any main characters from season 1 that you like more after season 2? We'll talk about that more in the character tier list, but yeah, there are definitely a few, for sure. We'll focus on those in the character tier list, but yes, I would say so. Tim asks, do you ship anyone yet? I actually don't, I don't think. I don't ship Elena with... Stefan and Elena are fine. They're fine. They're not the best part of the show by far. And I think Damon and Elena, like, there are moments where I definitely do ship them, but as a whole, I'm not quite there with them. So, and then in terms of other characters, literally no. Yeah, I don't actually really think about that. There's no characters in the show that I ship. I don't. The show's a romance, but I feel like the romance side of things is one of the weaker parts of the entire show, if I'm being honest. So, I would say no. There are moments and times when I do, like Anna and Jeremy, definitely, but they've had a whole season without them now. I mean, Anna's kind of there now, so maybe we could get more of that in season 3, which would be cool. But Dino asks, how is it watching Klaus as main villain role as opposed to the originals? I remember you liked him there, just thought he was being a bit... I remember you liked him there, just thought he was being a bit of a big baby, but after revisiting his character for the first time again, what are your thoughts on him? So, yeah, I can't... don't say sorry for the paragraph as well, ask as big a question as you need to, but I can't remember much of my thoughts on the originals. I think it definitely took me a few episodes to really get into it, but I didn't. I think, like people say, you need to get to the end of season 4 before you start the originals. So I didn't do that, obviously. Like I said, I've seen bits of the Vampire Diaries here and there. There are bits that I do recognise, and then I remember I definitely watched. I think it was like 1 and 2 when they aired years ago. So it was something like I can't even remember, because when I read to season 2, I like remembered a couple bits here and there, like the werewolves, but other than that, there was nothing there. So I couldn't remember what my thoughts on Klaus were going into the originals. I mean, they'll be there on the videos, but I can't remember. I think, yeah, I definitely remember. I think going into the originals now, I'll definitely have like a more broader, obviously, scale of what his character actually is like, and I'll like have seen his story leading up to that, knowing now that the originals is set at the same time as the Vampire Diaries, kind of like season by season kind of thing, like Angel and Buffy was. So that will definitely help, and that's why I want to give the originals another shot, because I don't think I gave it a fair shot. And to be fair, this was like 5 years ago when I reacted to that show, and I had a lot of shows I was doing at that time, and I feel like my reactions now have definitely, at least I think, have improved over time, just because I'm more, I don't know, into the episodes when I'm reacting to them. I remember like when I was reacting to shows back then, I'd like be on my phone a lot of the time. Now I like don't even touch my phone, or little things like that. So I'm going to be more into the episodes. So yeah, I'm excited to give the originals another shot. Heather asks, favourite storyline / favourite characters so far. We'll do favourite character in the tier list, but favourite storyline, definitely the Elijah Klaus stuff, like towards the final third of the season, I think was the strongest. The werewolf storyline, I think, was the weakest. It wasn't a weak storyline. I just think it went on too long of like nothingness, like the Moonstone and the other werewolves, and then Damon just came and killed them all, even though they were hyping themselves up for 3 episodes. It just, yeah, fell a bit flat for me with the werewolves eventually. I liked like Mason teaching Tyler, and like Mason and Damon stuff. I think that was already good in the first third of the season, but then it went into the second third, and it just kind of dwindled out for me. So that was the weakest, but strongest was definitely the Klaus and Elijah stuff, I'd say. Bella asks, what do you hope for season 3? We're going to get... See, I'm saying like I hope for more Klaus and Elijah, but I mean, I know we're going to get that, obviously. So I can't imagine Elijah's going to stay dead for all of season 3. So more of that stuff. More... I don't know. More Bonnie, I guess. We didn't get much Bonnie. We did, but not as good as she was at times. So yeah, I don't really know. I feel like what they're doing is working so far. Just less of the werewolf stuff will be fine with me, or do it in a more interesting way. And then Anki asks about 5 questions here, so Anki has the rest. But what was the saddest death for you, including season 1 and 2? Lexi, I think, was so short-lived. I think if they were to redo the show, I think the writers would not have killed her off that soon. I think they actually regret killing her off that soon. You can kind of tell, because like she's in the flashbacks and they're always talking about her and stuff. So yeah, that was more like that was a shame. I don't think Lexi needed to have died that early on. She was in 1 episode and she was by far one of the most interesting characters of that time as well. So killed her off way too soon. Anna, I'm actually still pissed died. I don't think Anna needed to die. I think it's one of those, like, if she hadn't died, then they wouldn't have had like a big death at the end of season 1. But the episode was so good without her death anyway. I don't think that needed to have happened. So Anna, I'd say, for me, is the saddest. She was such a good character. I'm kind of annoyed she died as well. So Anna and Lexi, I'd say. Not bothered about Vicky. Jenna was sad, but I never really loved Jenna, so yeah, I'd say Anna. I'd go with that. Also asks, what was the plot twist that surprised you the most? Plot twist. I don't feel like there was many. There was twists, but I don't think there was like twists. I think this is like a bad twist, and it surprised me. Was when in the same episode Elijah died the second time. That was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that coming, I guess, but I thought we got a bit of a joke at that point, but I'm not sure what other twists there were. So Anki asked, do you like the way the mythical creatures we've seen so far are? I mean, lore-wise, compared to other vampires and wolves, in brackets, I only really know Twilight as a comparison for the vampires and Harry Potter and Teen Wolf for the wolves. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Harry Potter's a good comparison for wolves. I think that was Sirius Black and Lupin. I think they did the wolves very well, and then there's other characters as well that did the wolves quite well. Twilight did the wolves horrendously, but Twilight's hilarious for that. So, in terms of vampires, I think Midnight Mass did a really good job of how to show vampires. But yeah, I like how Teen Wolf. I like how the Vampire Diaries does it. It's not like with the vampires. It's not all they are. It's more about their humanity and them, living their lives, and it's not just about them. Early on in season 1 it was, obviously, which is fine, but yeah, I kind of forget that they are vampires half the time, to be fair, but it works. I like that, some things where it's like they're running really fast, but then sometimes they just won't when they probably should. Things like that do get a little bit okay. And like the strength thing, like, oh, if you're an older vampire you're stronger, but then older vampires get wrecked by like Damon or something. It doesn't really make sense. The werewolves, I'd say, are crap in this show. I don't care for the werewolves. It's like I like Tyler as a character, but not because he's a werewolf, and him transforming and stuff I felt was really interesting. But then when they are werewolves, and then like when I said Damon goes around killing them all in about 5 seconds, it kind of just diminishes all that. So the werewolves, I'd say, are kind of crap in this, but the vampires are really good. Anki also asks your favourite / least favourite episode from season 2. I mean, we can, thanks to Tracked, we can check that straight away, but in my head, I'd say the worst was probably something to do with the werewolves halfway through the season. Just like that whole low patch for about 3 or 4 episodes. I think one of the best ones was when Elijah was introduced. That was already just whacked that guy's head off. Bro, that was so cool. That's how you introduce a character, was what they did with Elijah. That I was really impressed with that. So started strong with a really strong episode in season 2. Episode 6 was great. The Masquerade Ball, where they finally got rid of Catherine. I like that they got rid of Catherine, and then the episode after they had Elijah. That was really good pacing with that, to be fair. Then yes, because so episode 7 was the Masquerade, then episode 8 was when Elijah came into it. Episode 10 is possibly the weakest. That was the sacrifice. Elena decides to take matter into her own hands and offers... Oh yeah, that's when she's been annoying and sacrificing herself. Episode 14 was really good. Episode 15 and 16, so 14, 15, 16 were bangers. That was when Elijah and like whispers of Klaus were getting involved and stuff. Episode 17 was shit. Episode 18 was good. That was when Klaus was taking over Alaric's body, I believe. Had just started to, yeah, because then we got the Klaus episode. Then 20. So the best episode was 21. Yeah, 21 was the best. Like the whole sacrifice stuff. Then Damon. I loved how they ended that episode, and I wish it was the actual finale to the season, but him walking off into the sunlight, kind of accepting his fate when he got bit by the werewolf was really cool. And then it still ended well with the finale, to be fair, as well, so that was good stuff. But yeah, I'd say best was 21 alongside 7 and 8, and then I'd say the weakest was episode 10 and episode 17, based on my reviews there. And then Anki finally asked top 3 best / worst characters from season 2. We will do the character tier list, so we'll get right into that. But thanks to everyone who asked a question. We're going to jump into the character tier list now. Yeah, apologies, but I do have to use the camera audio when doing the screen recording, because it messes up the whole audio if I tried to use my mic when the screen recording. It's a whole thing. But yeah, here we have all the characters. I think there's about 18 here. I could have got up to 20, but then it would have just been useless characters. So I stuck with 17 or 18 here. This one here is Damon, but you kind of cut his face off. And also, I did all the characters and I'm like, I'm missing someone. I was like, I'm missing a character. I know I am. And guess who it was? It was Matt. I literally completely forgot about Matt and then added him pretty much dead last. And I had to find a good picture. This is the only decent image of him, looking mad, of course. And it was on like a what's the actor called? Like Zach, whatever, I don't know the actor's name, but a Matt daily fan site where they post daily pictures of him or whatever, and that's it, like the only picture I could find of him. But yeah, we'll start. Where do we start with? No, we'll start with Rose. I'd say she was okay. She wasn't. I think her death was sad. I think she was. Actually, I might say really good. No, she was okay. She didn't. I think it was more her storyline and like her Damon's reaction to her death that made her better than she actually was. I think she was fine. I wasn't blown away by her or anything, but I mean, I like the actress from obviously The Walking Dead and stuff, and The Boy. If you've ever seen The Boy, that's such a crap film, but she's in that as well. But yeah, she kind of died very soon, and I don't think she left much of an impact, at least for me. So she can go in okay. Tyler is, I'd say, really good. Might change that to just good, because I don't think he's really good. No, he is. He did. To be fair, he did disappear a lot, and he was kind of sacked into one of the weaker storylines of the season, like I said. But as a character, I think he's developed a lot since season 1. Definitely become likable. I'd say, going back on the ship thing, I'd say if I had to ship someone, I'd say it would be Tyler and Caroline. They actually have chemistry, so maybe we could focus more on that in season 3. Because I can't with Matt and Caroline. No one wants that, so hopefully they sack that off. But yeah, I think Tyler was really good. Mason, I'd say, was better than Rose, so I'm going to say really good as well. I wish he shouldn't have died as well. There's so many characters in the show, I'm like, it's cool you're killing off characters. I respect when a show kills them off, but I feel like you're killing off characters way too soon. Lexi, Anna. I mean, Anna was in it a lot, to be fair. I just had my bias because she was one of my favourites from season 1, so I was kind of annoyed about that. But Mason as well, like, he just... And he didn't need to die. Damon just killed him for the sake of it. I mean, that's Damon's style. That is literally what his character's about. But it made no sense, like, the plan. Surely, he literally offered a truce, and Damon... Everything that went down was because of Damon, as it always bloody is. But, yeah, I like Mason. It was cool. Catherine... You got to go fantastic with Catherine. I think a lot of her time in this, you know, she was the main villain obviously for the first 8 episodes. Then she was in the tomb for not way too long because I think it was fine, but she was in the tomb for a long time, and then she obviously got out, and then she was trapped in that room with Klaus. So she didn't really do too much. I guess she helped out with Damon and Stefan in between that bit as well. But she's just such a when she's on screen, she owns it. Again, Nina Dobrev does a better job of playing Catherine than she does Elena, because Elena is dry. But yeah, I really do like Catherine, and hopefully we'll get more of her. Not too much of her. I think she's a character where too much of her starts to get annoying, but when she's in it, good stuff. Liz, you're okay. I'd say there, and then she can go on Pill My Shoe. She's crap. These two I kind of feel in the same boat with. They're the mum characters. She's at least a bit more interesting, but she's just boring. She's crap. And she, when she shot Jeremy at the end of the season, Liz, what are you doing, bro? Yeah, she's fine. Neither of them are that interesting. There's not really much to say about either of those two. We'll save Matt. Let's do Jeremy. Season 1, I'd have said he was top of really good. Season 2, I'm going to put him there. Kind of boring. His whole romance with Bonnie was fine, I guess, but as a character, he was more annoying this season. I feel like season 1 he was really annoying. Then he got with Anna, and he was actually kind of interesting there. Like when he was starting to learn about the vampires and his family history and stuff. I felt like that was good stuff. And then season 2 we come into it and he's just like white knight all the time, and I've got to protect Bonnie, and Damon, and just being Marty, and and then he died, and then came back to life. So yeah, not much to say about Jeremy either, to be fair. Just kind of boring this season. I didn't hate him. He didn't do anything to really piss me off, but he existed in this season. Bonnie's goated, just so good. I felt like there were definitely moments where she just randomly disappears for a long amount of time, and just like, where's Bonnie at? Can we get more of Bonnie? Which is kind of annoying, but when she's in it, she's so likable. She's OP in a kind of ridiculous, this is ridiculous kind of way. Like, I can change the weather now and do all this OP shit for some reason, because I have the power of 1,000 witches. If you have the power of 1,000 witches, you should be able to throw the earth and do you know when you dashing pebbles across water? She should be able to dash planet Earth across the universe. So I mean, but whatever. She really picks and chooses when she's OP and not, but that's more to do with the writing than her character. I guess you could say that about anyone. But Caroline, we're going to go with fantastic. Way better than she was in season 1. Season 1, she was annoying. That was the point in a character, was to be annoying. But when she turned into a vampire at the start of season 2, I think she definitely came around to being a way better character than she was. This was not a look for her, so I don't know why I've picked this image for her with all the heavy eyeliner on, but she is a good character. I really liked her in season 2. Alaric looking kind of mad here, I'm going to say I'm torn between goated and top of fantastic. We'll go top of fantastic. I think the best parts of season 2, or some of the best parts, are his scenes with Damon. Their duo is so good. I love that. And I like that he's kind of trying to always get him into place. You can tell Damon kind of likes him but never wants to admit it. I love that stuff. But I feel like that's all his character is at times, it's just his duo with Damon. He never really has his own. I guess he did have the stuff with Isabel, but that was like one episode this season, and then his romance with Jenna was poor. They never really could decide if they wanted them to be together or not, so that was a bit weak. But as a character, I really like him, but that is mainly because of his duo with Damon, that's for sure. Jenna, I'm going to say, was really good, to be fair. She didn't blow me away. She existed. She was like the character that didn't know anything. So, I mean, Matt's the only character now that doesn't know anything. So you kind of felt bad for her at times when, Laura's leaving her out in the dark and it's like, you just tell her this shit, but also don't because it'll probably. I mean, she died because she started to find out about this stuff against her will. No, I guess no one really dies on their will, but yeah, there's not. I feel like a lot of these characters is just like they existed this season and didn't really. Like, you had these characters that are there that did a lot, but then Jenna's like, she'd been bored about the house and died at the end of the season. It's like, okay. But she was likable, so that's why I put her in really good. I guess we've got the mains now, so Matt, we'll just get out of the way. It's just so shit. He's such a crap. He's so Mardy all the time. He has zero chemistry with Caroline. Like, maybe there was a chance for them in early season 1 where I was like, oh, okay, maybe. I'm thinking like episode 8, 9 of season 1 here or something. And then that died out in season 1. And then season 2 we just get more of it, but just with more problems. And it's like, oh, he's so miserable. And he's so boring. And I think he tries to be the whole I'm in the right all the time, feel bad for me, pick me boy, and it's just like, just go away, mate. I can't stand that. He's such a dry character. He's like stale bread. He's like licking sandpaper. He's like bashing your head against a cactus. These are the things that describe Matt to me, and he's so boring. It's like you're stuck in a desert with no water or hope for survival. That's what Matt is to me. It's just crap. Elijah, goated, best character of the season, probably, to be honest. I mean, apart from the obvious one, but the only thing that goes against him is him dying over and over again. That was just dumb. You could have done twice. You didn't need to do 3 times. That was just stupid. I think like the one where he died twice. Again, I wouldn't mind so much, but it's just the fact that they hyped Elijah up so much as being the all-seeing eye, and he's like this OP vampire that you never want to fuck with, but then he died 3 times. So it's like, is he the vampire you never want to fuck with, or is he a knobhead who trusts people too much? So, which at the moment I'm leaning towards him. He's a knobhead who trusts people too much. I mean, he trusted Klaus way too much, and then trusted Elena, Stefan, Damon. He just trusts everyone. It's like, oh, I'll take their word for it, but I know he's good at giving his word to people and sticking to it, but it doesn't mean everyone else is going to, and I feel like he's lived for so long, you'd expect a little bit more of him, but no, he flopped about, well, literally 3 times, so, but he's still really good. So I'm still keeping him in going despite all that, because his scenes was, like when he's dashing them pennies at the window and stuff, like my guy. Let's do Elena. Kind of boring. She's like the main character, which is unfortunate. But I feel, again, this is just main character syndrome in like One Tree Hill and all these Pretty Little Lies, all these shows. The main character typically, like Scott from Teen Wolf and stuff, is like they're typically the most boring character out of the lot. They have great moments and then they have really boring moments and then they carry the story along. And it's like, okay, yeah, we're getting to her, I guess. Elena's kind of that. She's not awful, but she ain't great, so I'm going to put her probably. She's better than Tyler, at least. I'm not going to put her in fantastic, but I'll put her in really good. They're always slap bang in the middle, these main characters, so I feel like Elena belongs there. She annoys me a lot of the time, but then she does some stuff that I'm like, oh, that's kind of, wholesome and stuff, and she does some good stuff, but yeah, it's Elena. Elena exists. Then we have Klaus. I feel like the time he was in it, he was really good, but I don't think he was in it a lot. So he had about 3 episodes where he was himself and not possessing Alaric. So for now, I'm going to put him in there, bottom of fantastic. I feel like season 3, everyone goes on about Klaus. He's obviously going to be there in season 3, I feel. But for now, I just feel like we had a limited amount of time with him, which is good. I don't think we need more of it this season. I like that they kind of like that build up to Klaus, and then he came into it and he, killed Jenna. Basically got the vampire girl who I didn't even have, the werewolf girl, whatever her name was, killed as well. What else? Took Stefan away. Like he did some shit at the end of the season. Like he laid down his mark, which is what he needed to do. So yeah, definitely made an impression. Stefan, I'm gonna say we'll say fantastic, above Klaus, above Caroline. not quite as good as Catherine for me. He I don't know. I feel like Stefan, like a lot of these characters, can just have moments in episodes where he's just really boring and just doesn't do anything. But he is funny. The actor makes me laugh as well, which goes in his favour. But he is funny. He's kind of left it a good cliffhanger at the end of season 2, so I'm excited to see where his character goes in season 3. And again, his romance with Elena, as basic as it is, it works. He's a romantic guy. He's a suave guy. He's cool. Nothing really bad to say about Stefan other than he can be boring sometimes. But even then, it's not painfully bad like Matt. So yeah, we'll keep him back. And then Damon, obviously, he has to go. You know, he annoys me at times, but he's just the prime example. If you take Damon out of this show, it is 60% worse at least. Like, I mean, it kind of looks like I'm talking about Stefan because it's literally Damon's cheek here, but even his jawline is strong enough to, you know, put him in the goated area. But yeah, this show does not work without Damon. I feel like even Elena you could take out of it, even Stefan you could probably pull out of it. But Ian does such an incredible job with Damon that you could not replace him, and you could not get rid of Damon. They can never kill Damon off. That's the problem this show's buried itself into now. Unless I guess you maybe on the final season or something. But yeah, he's just so good. Every scene he's in, he commands it. He takes hold of it, and it's his show. It's Damon's show. Unfortunately for the other characters, I mean. Not unfortunate for us because we get to see Damon on screen, but I feel like Klaus has that potential as well, where it just becomes his show because he's got such a strong personality. It's not like they're likable all the time because they're not, but they own it. Like, you look at Elena's just by the books character, Jenna by the books character, Rose bit by the books, Jeremy by the books, Matt by the books, and then you get to Damon and Klaus and even Elijah. Even Bonnie at times, and it's like they have a personality and they're strong and they just go for it. So, yeah, that's the character list. We have Damon, Elijah, Bonnie at the top, Alaric, Catherine, Stefan, Caroline, and Klaus in Fantastic, and then we have the rest here. Bottom of the barrel, we have Carol and Matt. And these two I have no hope for ever taking above here unless I do something drastic. We'll see. But yeah, that's enough rambling on. Let's get into the first episode of season 3. Thanks for watching the Q&A and tier list if that interested you. I know it went on for a bit, but we have to do this stuff just to kind of get comparisons of where we've been and where we've been at and stuff. So, yeah, episode 1, guys. Let's do this. Go down to Tennessee and go down to the farm and go down to... Yo, that was a whistle.
Rudy!
Pretty good. I give that whistle a 9 out of 10, to be fair.
It's too hot to make me come looking for you.
Jesus,
sorry. I didn't mean to
they
scare
did
you.
they did the jump scare before he even appeared.
I promise I'm not a serial killer. I just want to use the phone. Country folk were supposed to be more trusting.
I'm from Florida.
Well, that explains it.
Oh, wow.
I'm told Ray Sutton lives here,
He's almost never here. He's on the road mostly.
but I expect he makes it home.
Ray Sutton. I don't think we know who that is, do we?
That's what I thought. Where is he now? If I have to make you tell me, it's going to be infinitely more painful for you.
Oh, so you're gonna run. That's, yeah.
They run.
He looks so mad.
He's in Tully. It's near the border.
She ran and was gonna leave her mate.
That one suffer. I'll be in the car.
Wow, he's making him do this. You won't kill him. I mean, he did kind of. No, he's doing like a show and then make him think that he's killing him or something. Oh, logo's a bit different. Okay, now Stefan. He didn't hold back with that bite though.
Did you find something?
An animal attack in Memphis. It's the 3rd one this week in Tennessee.
And
And
yeah,
you're
nice
sure
animal.
it's a vampire?
Tell her thank you for her help. All right, well, I gotta
Here
go.
he
I'll
is.
see you in a bit. Oh,
Are these
no,
two
wait,
together
just
now?
Keep tonight small, please.
Wear something pretty. Hi.
She hung up about 5 minutes ago, Lena.
Sure you're still okay on the couch?
Yeah, I'm good.
Because you spent half the summer on it. If you need your own bedroom.
God, how long's the time skip been? Like, would that be like 3 months or something?
Girlfriend's room.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, Elena.
Oh no, not you.
birthday.
Oh, okay. That was a birthday. That's a depressing birthday.
Would you be a dear?
I think you can probably get it yourself.
Ooh.
Not your slave.
These two are still together. Oh, we're getting Damon with his bod out. Yeah, they know what they're doing, don't they? Is Elena going to see his massive penis?
Morning.
Hey, I was gonna.
I can't be arsed. The guitar. Porn. Damon's penis.
After almost 2 months, this could be the clue that tells us stuff.
Okay, almost 2 months.
Graceland. Let Klaus know that you're tracking him. He thinks you're dead. Let's keep it that way.
He still thinks she's dead.
You up for a road trip?
No can do.
Yeah, she's gonna die if she goes on a road trip with you.
Boring around here without you.
You think you're bored?
Motorola.
Like wet paint that never dries.
The quality on my Motorola is so good,
Teaching me
Bonnie.
the value of a mundane human experience.
I love that I can see with the
Summer
HD
job
quality.
is good for you. You needed some normal in your
God.
life. What was that?
Oh, just some ghosts. You dropped your Motorola. Hey, Anna's here. Let's go.
So I don't feel like waiting on my ex-girlfriend.
First scene is in. Tell me, I didn't feel like it. Fucking get a grip, bro.
We're together all the time. It's not a leap,
That's crazy.
right?
Yeah, it's so weird, bro. God. Sons of Anarchy bar? Pretty much.
Ray.
Oh, this is Ray then.
Ray something.
Yeah, I have no clue that is.
No. And they let me here. To you.
They just said he's on the road. I mean, I guess it kind
Not
of.
so fast, mate. I wouldn't do that.
Stefan's like his thug buddy then.
He's compelled everyone in the bar, so don't look to them for any help.
Oh, really?
I, however,
Everyone in the bar.
I'm something else.
That's OP.
I've got some wolf. What? A hybrid, Ray. I'm both. You see,
Yeah, I'm OP is basically what he just said.
You can't compel me, it won't work.
Stefan's like, ooh.
Something I like to call truth or wolfsbane.
Sounds like fun, to be fair. I'm kind of vibing with this evil Stefan, to be fair, a little bit. Because I guess he was like a psychopath for years and years before we even saw him on screen anyway, so. And there's blood on that cabinet. Oh, did he actually kill them? Yo, Stefan actually did kill him. Yo, there's blood on the walls, bro. What did he do?
Vampire for sure.
Stefan, for sure.
How do you know?
Mad.
It's his signature. Puts the bodies back together.
Back together.
Definitely Stefan.
He puts them back together, bro. Oh, I feel like I remember that scene in some way.
I am horny all the time now.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Fairs.
Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna explode.
Just
It's a
one of these, you
vampire
just have sex and sword.
thing.
It's a werewolf thing too.
Yeah, Tyler's whacking on the
It's
charm.
like I can't turn it off.
So, big house, plenty of rooms.
Well, I.
There's
hope
literally
you
a basement.
See you later.
Yeah, at least these two have chemistry though.
Hang on.
Of course. Why wouldn't there be an underground trapdoor? Oh man! Yo, Stefan, bro, chill! What if someone walked in? They wouldn't be compelled, no. Oh, in the neck.
You can end this
Ooh.
Why should I let you leave?
Because you know I'll come back.
Do I? You saved my brother's
Do
life.
I?
I'll make sure that my brother doesn't bother us anymore.
And then cut to sad piano music.
Oh, Stefan.
Such a pack rat.
It's like he's dead. I mean, he pretty much has died. It's like evil Stefan's emerged.
I thought I'd never see it again.
Where did that get lost?
Alark found it in his loft. I figured you'd be happy to get it back.
Season 1 necklace.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, Damon has done well. Ah, they know what they're doing. I guess this is like the time when they're like, you know, we need to start giving the Damon and Elena ship as something. They've done that throughout season 1 and 2 as well, to be fair. It's just very sparse between. Thanks, brah. I say, keep it small, Caroline.
This is keeping it small.
So were Nina and Ian dating at this point, I
What are we
think?
drinking?
Am I correct in thinking that?
Where did you get that?
Henry?
You shouldn't be doing drugs, Jeremy. That's not very cool and raw of you, bruh. I don't know, he's lying up, to be fair,
I'm sure
first.
it's a lot more interesting than mine.
You do not want to know.
How bad can it be?
I'm seeing your dead
I already know
sister,
everything else.
Matt.
Go for it.
Thing is, ever since I came back, I've been seeing
I know, Matt does know
What
shit.
kind of things?
I said in the tier list, Matt doesn't know anything, but
things I shouldn't be seeing.
he does.
What's Bonnie say about it?
Stoner den. Buzzkill.
Hey guys.
Matt, hey.
Mate, you had one drag. Calm
Thank you.
down. Oh, I'm so stoned, bruh. It's like, oh, mate.
Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. I'm the last person you again. Even at work, please.
She's gonna die. I'm surprised she's lived this long, to be honest. Jesus. Is that Stefan playing around? I mean, he did say he's gonna get Damon to stop following, so... Just get out of the light! Why are you still stood there?
Okay.
Okay, maybe that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Go. Go.
Hello?
Leave. Oh my lord.
Hello?
I mean, it won't make a difference, so... You fell. My guy. It's like a WWE wrestler.
What are you doing here? We have been looking everywhere for you. Stefan?
You know, why would killing her get Damon to stop, to be honest, anyway?
Since when are they a thing?
I thought you were ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring it.
Well, you've only said 5 words to me all summer, and those were 4 of them.
Maybe because every time I've seen you, you've been with them.
Because
But-
he's my friend. What's wrong with you?
What's right with him is what you should be asking.
I'm out of it, I guess.
I'm sorry, you had one drag. Sorry, bruh.
What was that about?
Just Matt being a stoner.
Thanks. Now leave it.
Oh. I respect it.
I just needed to take a beat.
Okay, what if that wasn't Elena though, and they just, I guess it could
Are
just
you
compel them to
hiding?
forget that they saw that or whatever, but
Can't get on with your life until you've made a wish and blown out the candles.
I wish for
Is that
Stefan.
what you all want?
I bet that
You just-
happens.
But you have to admit that you're kind of just letting your life pass you by.
It's been not
And
even
isn't
2
Stefan the one
months.
who wanted to make sure that you live?
If it had been 2 years,
Don't
yeah,
make a
sure,
wish.
but
I just
I can't back
wanna know
Caroline
he's
on that.
alive. That's it. That's my wish.
If your partner had disappeared and people were like, after a month and a half going, you let your life pass you by, you need to move on. I'm like, what the fuck? And I don't go against Caroline that much. She did say she was drunk and stuff, but just worried about a friend. I think the words didn't make any sense.
Damon's been tracking him without me. Why wouldn't he just tell you?
I think he's trying to protect her from Stefan's actual side. Because, like, if she went there and saw a head rolling off a dismembered corpse.
I saw your closet.
Oh, I gotta go break up beer pong.
Wait, Damon.
Oh, she's dead. Her head's gonna roll down the alleyway. I don't think that would get him to stop, though. I literally don't. It doesn't really make sense. This is gonna make him want to get to Stefan even more. But Stefan's not gonna be like, I'll kill Elena if you come any closer, though.
Stefan. Hello, brother.
Stefanio.
I don't need any saving. I just want you to let me go.
Imagine this is Stefan for the whole season.
Let me do that.
Hey, Andy.
Alright, yeah.
Andy.
Damon? I can't move, Damon.
Oh, yo.
No, it's okay, Andy. Stay calm.
Oh.
Not cool, brother. Oh, come on. A little bit cool.
Hey, Andy.
Oh.
You can move now.
Oh.
I said, let me go.
Oh, Stefan, bro. I guess, to be fair, he used her as an example to be like, just so you know, I'm all hope for me's gone. I'm killing random. But Stefan season 1 would never do that.
What are you doing?
I'm just so stoned, bro.
My truck.
I'm on my truck,
Well,
bro.
you shouldn't be driving it.
If you wanted more evidence that Matt is the Jesus Lord.
Help me.
No.
Hey,
Bruh, who are you talking to, bro?
Did you just say Vicky? As in my sister Vicky?
Well, no, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, okay, man. Yeah. No. And then she's gonna sit her and be like staring at him. Is that their plan? Is it actually them or is it just visions he's having?
Excuse
Is that Mason? Yo, Caroline's the best to say.
We're horny all the time, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, here we go.
Because if I shouldn't be dating, all you gotta do is say something. If you don't say something, then I'm gonna keep dating.
What would
And
I say?
Fez.
Well, don't do that, Caroline. I'm not going back there again unless you make it crystal clear that...
That's pretty crystal clear, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that's pretty clear. These two have chemistry, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, you missed the cake.
Oh, she's the best character. Boop. Music's so shit. Oh god, here we go.
What? What are you doing here?
Why didn't you tell me? Why did you keep it
Oh,
a secret? We're supposed to be in this together. Why didn't you tell me that you've been tracking Klaus's victims?
oh, shut up.
Stefan's.
Oh, there you go.
What?
He's left a trail of body parts up and down the eastern seaboard.
No, you're wrong.
I've
I
seen
don't
it
believe it. It's like, this is why I
happen.
didn't tell
Flip
you.
the
There you go.
switch. Stefan is gone and he's not coming back.
I mean, I guess Stefan's little thing worked, his big
Not
show.
in your lifetime.
You had to tell her how it was. It's not... He's fully got... Yo, her legs look tiny there. Did you see her legs? It's just because of the lighting. The lighting made him look like that small. Right, got the munchies,
I
bro.
should probably go before Elaine and Mr. Saltzman come home and see what a bad example I am.
You sure you can walk?
We'll see.
Get run over might be a harsh thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway, so...
I already told you where to find the pack. What more?
Oh, yeah, she told him.
What are you gonna do now?
It's time for step 2, right?
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
I don't care about anything anymore.
Yeah,
Put on a
sure.
good show, Stefan.
Really, though.
You never stop caring about family, do you? But every time you feed, the blood makes it easier to let go.
Would you wrap me around? Just straight into song. Twice now. You go from a scene where someone literally drank blood and had their neck snapped after being tortured to this song. Let's see.
I'm really not any good to anybody right now.
Really, bro? So who's looking after him then?
You can do all this alone now. You can do
Oh,
better without
what?
me.
Do you not need like a parental... Okay, ditch him then, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's just been a birthday on it, so it's 18. Go on, Tyler and Caroline. Number 1 and only ship of the show. If we make them sound like tornadoes, then you'll know that they're werewolves and vampires. Damn. Oh, so you know when actors do this, I bet it's always dead fun just obliterating a room. Stuff you always want to do, but never really do because you're just breaking your own things. But when it's just prop stuff, I bet that's cool. This song really does not go with this whole montage, by the way. They could not pick a worse song. What a crap song to put on the end of a really good ep. Are you really going to miss the call?
Hello, Stefan.
Say something then.
This is you. You'll be okay. I love you, Stefan.
Damn.
Hold on to that. Never let that go.
I like that she said that actually, and not all the whole like, oh, come home, I need you, and all this kind of stuff. Just tell him it'll be okay. I still love you. Whatever you're going through, like, don't ditch him. Or do. I mean, it looks like her and Matt are officially done, so I mean, this is that. Wow. Wow. 3 dots. I knew I didn't like Carol for a reason. Absolute cretin. Alright, there we go, guys. That is episode 1 of the Vampire Diaries season 3. Actually, a very good episode, I think. Minus that song at the end, which just really did not go well with that scene at all. I think that scene was good, but I didn't mind the song being put over it. It's like with One Tree Hill, I think there's a lot of times where I'm like, just take the song away from it. I didn't mind the song being there, but I just felt like the song was so crap. Other than that, this was a really good episode. I like that we just kind of started the season off with, here's Stefan, he's ripping heads off of people now and putting them back together because he feels remorse about it. Again, I think I remember that scene. It's quite distinctive. Like I said, I did watch bits of the show. I didn't like watch it, but it was on like in the background kind of thing. I think when like season 3 was airing. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's that scene, or it's like something very similar to that anyway. But yeah, he's I feel like that him calling Elena at the end shows that he's not completely switched off yet the way Klaus has. He's still Stefan there, but then when he's doing stuff like killing Damon's girlfriend and, like I say, ripping these heads off and stuff, it's like, Jesus, mate, he's proper getting into that role, I guess. So I know he's doing it to try and convince Klaus that he is that guy and stuff, but damn. So that's all really good stuff. And then the rest of the episode was kind of like Elena's party and Damon investigating these things with Alaric, and how the chemistry between Tyler and Caroline I felt was really strong this episode. Jeremy dealing with the visions of Anna and Vicky. There'll be more to that, I feel. Again, we didn't get any Bonnie because she gets neglected for some reason. She's always on a screen somewhere, but never actually in the show. But yeah, but overall, I'd say it was a pretty strong start into the season, actually. I think these storylines are interesting. These characters seem interesting. And there's nothing here just yet that I'm like, oh, I'm not bothered about that, or I'm not excited to see where that storyline goes. I think seeing Stefan this way is so different. We're so used to seeing like good guy Stefan, and I think it's done a good job at pacing at that this way, because season 2 and even bits of season 1 we had stories of how Stefan used to be when he first became a vampire, so we know he has it in him to be like that. So to see that again in the present day is actually adding quite a lot to the show there. So yeah, rating, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I think the only things that I didn't like was that song at the end, and Elena annoyed me and Matt annoyed me, but that's just... Elena I kind of get, because... And Matt wasn't that bad when he's talking to Jeremy, it was more when he was with Caroline and stuff, but it was just little things here and there. That's nothing to bring it down too much. So, yeah, there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments, and if you do want the early and uncut reactions to the Vampire Diaries, then link to the Patreon page will be in the description and one of the comments down below, and I'll see you next time for episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.